All right, so here's the number one trick to manage your time when working from home. This is really important because a lot of times we always talk about work from home and we see it on TikTok and other social media where people are just like, yeah, I'm taking a nap and I'm just chilling, I'm watching Netflix. And what job you got? Because I don't get to do that. I have to organize and structure my day in order for my days to be successful because I pack a lot within these 8 hours a day, okay? So, and because I have a lot going on in my life right now, like I'm a wife, I have 3 kids, you know, we all work from home and school, like my kids are homeschooled, my husband and I both work from home, right? And I have my business. So, and I get access a lot, like how do you manage everything? How do you do it all? And my go-to response is time blocking, right? So let's start with what is time blocking? This is funny because I try to go online to look for the official definition of time blocking, but there's nothing official. Merriam-Webster kind of let me down here because I was like, oh, you guys are gonna have the definition for it. And I'm like, really? Okay, I saw lots of blogs. Okay, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to share my own definition of time blocking. Okay, and Roxanne's definition is when you decide to be purposeful with your time and dedicate blocks of time for certain things. Okay, so for example, when my kids were younger and I was starting to work from home, right, my balance, my concern was taking care of the kids, making sure work was done, right? And honestly, how I got through it was time blocking. Like just being like, bing, bam, boom. I'm gonna be in control of my time, not the other way around. So I'll share with you a sample schedule would look like, especially back in those days. I had to think about it because I didn't write it down like I did now. But for example, like 7 to 8, before everyone else got up, I woke up, got ready, made breakfast, right? From like 8 to 9, I'm gonna wake up the child, let them eat breakfast, do some simple things like check emails, right? 9 to 10 is playtime, activity time, you know, that varies. I'm gonna be working with them, right? And while I'm working too, this is where a laptop was really essential so that I could move around the house now. Now my kids are a little older, so I have a desktop, I have a desk. Now I didn't have a desk then. It was just, here's my laptop and I'm going with you wherever you're going. So anyway, getting back to the sample schedule, 10 to 11 was, let's go outside. I'm not working at that time. 11 to 12 will be lunch for them. While they're eating, I can do some work. 12 to 2, general nap time, work. 2 to 3, again, playtime, work. 3 to 4, we go outside, but there's no work at that time. 4 to 5 is like wind down activity and we're gonna work. 5 to 8 is what I call my infamous dinner rush, right? That's when we're trying to get dinner ready. You're cooking, you're checking homework, you're making sure your kids are eating and they take showers and they get ready for the next day, right? And they go to bed and get ready and do it all over again. That's how it is for my house anyway. And from 8 to 10 was work. So now again, this isn't a hard and fast rule. This just helps me to organize and structure my day. And I still do this to this day. But like I said, my kids are teens and tweens, so my schedule is a lot different. I'll give you a sample schedule of what I do today in a little bit. But you know, time blocking, like I said, allows me to be in control of my day, not the other way around, right? Like I know this is my container to work. This is how many hours I'm able to dedicate towards work a day. And you know, the also good thing about this too is this is going to help you determine, well, hey, my calendar is already full. I can't add anything else. If I do get a new opportunity or we want to add a new activity or whatever, I'm full. I can't do it, right? It's a container because a lot of times we have the tendency of saying, yes, I can do it. I know I can do it. And just because you can doesn't mean you should. And that's something I'm learning to live by myself. But you know what? Life can get in the way and sometimes it can get hard to get back on track. But when you can come back to your planner and say, oh yeah, in order to get back on track, I gotta do X, Y, and Z, right? And again, this is how it's also helpful too, because if you're like, hey, I have these things I know I have to get done today, write them down. See, I'm someone that has to write it down. If I don't write it down, or it's not like in a calendar somewhere, it doesn't exist in my mind, right? So it just helps you to be in control. Because the key thing too to also know is that whatever is set in stone for the day, like, you know, you have to pick up your kids 2:30 to like 4, whatever your schedule is. They have practice, right? Schedule your day around those activities, because then that's going to help you structure everything, right? Like, I think of this as like the Dave Ramsey in Financial Peace University, but with your time, right? He gives you an envelope system, and this is the dedicated block for the envelope, right? This is the dedicated envelope for this thing, and that's what that time is for. Well, that's what that envelope is for. You can do the same with time, right? So an example of a sample schedule that I have, I would say, like, that I use nowadays. And again, none of this is hard and fast. Sometimes I have to take my kids to an appointment, or I have something I have to do in the day. Then I'll make up for it at night, vice versa. You know, sometimes I got sick, I don't feel good, I'm not able to do anything that day. Well, at least I know when I come back what's going to be waiting for me, right? So again, this is that container. This is for you to say, when everything is going well, this is how my day is going to look like, okay? So for me, I'll say on a typical day, because my Mondays are definitely way different from my Fridays, right? My Mondays are usually a lot of calls. I have calls with my clients, I have calls with my team members. I just have all kinds of different calls on Mondays. That's generally how it is. And on Fridays, I usually don't have any calls. Or if I do, it's a little bit. Like, I don't really have calls often. I try to protect that time as much as I can to be dedicated towards working on like my business a little deeper, okay? So I'm gonna give a sample schedule. I'll say like a sample Tuesday. This is a good Tuesday if everything's going well. So one thing I started doing is between 9 and 10, that time block is dedicated towards my business. So if my team needs me for something, if I need to do a course, record videos, right, lead a training, just whatever I need to do for my business at that time, that's the time block dedicated towards that. 9 to 10 is dedicated towards my business, okay? Then let's say 10 to 12. That block is for clients. That's for clients to, they hired me to do something. I need to go in and, you know, do what I do what they paid me to do. And then generally, again, 12 to 1 is like my lunch break. And if you notice in my previous schedule, I didn't mention a lunch break. It was way different, okay? So that's what I'm saying. I'm just giving you samples. It's not hard and fast, because when my kids were younger, it was way different than it is now when they're older, okay? Like, it's just way totally different. So that's that. 12 to 1 is lunch. Like I said before, I didn't even have lunch. And my other one, like, I kind of ate when the kid ate, but it was like, it wasn't a lunch hour just for me to like, now I exercise, I eat. If I didn't take a shower, I normally take a shower in the morning, I'll take it then, right? I just try to have my lunch to just step away from the computer, because I would have been on the computer for some time already. Okay, and then from like 1 to 4, again, that's a client block. Whatever they're paying me to do, I do that. If that's caught up, or if I have like some calls to bring on new clients, that kind of leave that block in the afternoon dedicated for that. And then 4 to 5, I close off with my own business. What do I need to do? Again, training, videos, anything like that. So what I personally use right now to help me, a planner that I'm using to really help me like protect my time and organize my time, and just, this is what I do every night. Like every day when I'm about to leave for the day, I come in this planner and I start planning out what I think the next day is gonna look like. I do the time blocking so that when I start, I don't have to figure it out. I can open and say, okay, I said I'm gonna do this, this, and this. But at the same time, if something comes up and things change, that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't have to be, I said I was gonna do client work from 10 to 12, but there was an emergency, something happened, and now it's all screwy. It's like, okay, well then we have it in the afternoon. Like, it's okay, it's just a container. But getting back to the planner, this is the Full Focus planner. I love this planner. I really do. It helps you with your goals. I'm trying not to, I don't want to share, like, because I write all up in here, you know, and I don't want to share too much. But, you know, they share your goals and goal details. And one thing that I really like from here that they don't, that is like an ideal week. Let me just show a part of it, right? Your ideal week. How do you want your week to look like? And I break it down for each day because, like I said, Monday and Fridays are not the same. And I do it, this is my ideal day, this is my ideal week, and then it just helps you to organize it. So I would say if you guys would love like a simple template of like what you can use to time block your day, it'll be a free download, nothing fancy. I mean, it's gonna be cute, but it's not fancy. Let me know, comment down below, DM me, and if you want it, we'll give it to you.